Are we on?
Yeah, we're
Let me
on.
Oh yeah, no, hang.
Alright.
It still says we're offline on the L
Yeah,
on Twitch
guys,
screen.
just let it process. Right? Just let it
Did I?
soak
I
itself up.
Oh,
got my headphones.
it is on. That's crazy. All right, let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Yeah.
Who wants the intro? Actually, Joel has an
Yeah,
intro.
let's get Joel. He hasn't done one yet.
Joel has never done an intro.
Hello, friends. Welcome to podcast 7.
That was
Good.
probably the most lackluster
Yeah,
intro
just-
we've ever had.
Look, okay, guys, that's just all right. You know
Sam,
what?
do you want to redo that for
No.
us?
No, BJ. This is all you, brother.
Take
Brother.
two.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to the Rare Units podcast, episode 7. We've still got myself, BJ, Sam, Locke, and
Hello.
Joel.
Hello.
Who's Joel? Sounds cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's a
he's
cool
so
guy.
cool.
Oh
Hey,
god.
he's a cool guy.
Look at Joel, mate. Just trying to be quirky like that. I see you. I see right through you.
He sees through your screen.
So,
He's reaching out.
how's everyone been going? I feel like we haven't talked a lot since the last podcast,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
that makes me
Yeah.
very depressed.
We haven't been talking that much.
Yeah, it's not good. How's everyone's week been?
It's been relaxing. It's just holidays, you know.
Just vibing, straight vibing.
Yep. Love sleeping in till 11 o'clock instead of waking up at
Yeah,
6:30 in the morning.
I feel guilty afterwards. I'm like, I look at the clock and it's like 9 o'clock. It's like, I'll just keep sleeping. And then it's 11:30. I'm like, half the day is gone. I haven't done
There goes
anything.
breakfast.
Just, yeah.
There goes my bowl of Milo.
Yeah. My little brother woke up at like 11:30 this morning
Oh,
because he
mate.
went to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, far
Mate,
out.
he's too busy gaming on the
Yeah,
Fortnite grind, mate.
legit.
Big
Yep.
Coops. We should definitely get Cooper on the
We
podcast.
actually should sometime.
That would be
Heck yeah.
great.
Not today, because
No, dude, just force him in here right now.
Grab him by the ear and just drag him in.
Oh man. What about you, Joel?
I've been waking up and then going to sleep.
As everyone does.
really,
Like, yeah, dude.
I didn't know
Insightful.
robots could do that.
It's so
It's
crazy.
been crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
No, I've been playing the long dark for 5 hours a day, every day. So I'm addicted.
Nice. I also like vitamin D deficiencies.
I don't mean all day, mate. Far out. I do go outside.
I like regular 15 minutes every
I
day.
was working 7 hours today, mate.
Wait,
I was moving amps, dude.
For 7
At,
hours.
at
Uh,
Bat City.
Music stuff.
Oh, right. Good stuff.
Right, exposing where Joel
Finally,
works.
It's tough work, mate.
Last but
I-
not least.
Got a HSP for lunch. It's pretty good.
Very nice.
Nice.
Chips, lamb, garlic, and sweet chili sauce, mate.
Mate, I never get chips in my HHP. What the hell? I've been ripped off my whole life.
Meat and sauce.
I just get meat and sauce.
That's gross, dude.
You just get
Meat, sauce, and a plastic fork. Oh, yeah.
Don't get a can of Diet
Ancestors
Coke.
would love it. Big Steve and Steve, Ugg and Ugg too, mate. Just loving life.
Heck yeah. Sick chats.
Yeah, so
BJ?
Sam, what do you have in your HSP?
I don't have HSPs.
No, if you
Oh, he
did have
doesn't.
HSP, what would you eat?
Why are you
What would you
putting me
have?
on the spot like this, fam?
Would
why
you
you
have
doing this?
chicken,
Consult.
beef, or lamb HSP, dude?
Wait. What are my options?
Chicken, beef, or lamb?
Oh, I reckon chicken, 100%.
chicken, yeah.
What about a fish HSP, dude? That'd be
Hey,
pretty
please
nice.
clarify.
No,
Everyone, our friend Samrath is vegetarian and he's never
What?
tried meat before.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
clarifying that because you can't say chicken, you've never tried it.
I mean, VJ, you agreed with me, so
Yeah, because chicken's good.
so even as a vegetarian, my opinion is valid.
Yeah.
There you go.
Boys, don't mind me. I'm just having a little munch.
What are you eating?
Apple pie.
Apple pie.
Oh, I
Yep.
love it. Wait, so from Macca's?
No.
The Mac
From my pops.
Oh, very nice.
That's
Just
cool.
pop. Is that even radio show?
Oh, shut up, Joel.
Yeah, that's it.
No, no.
Joel, can I tried watching The Big Lebowski today.
Yeah, did you?
I got a quarter into the movie.
Oh gosh.
And why is that, BJ?
I just couldn't watch it. I couldn't get into it.
And why is that?
It has such a great cast. I just couldn't
You
get
know,
into it.
Pedro, you're probably just too busy like looking at your Instagram
I
on your
was
phone.
prioritizing another thing.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna come back to it
That-
later. I'm gonna give it another
That's
shot.
why you got bored, man.
Dude, if you do, you could do that with any movie, and you would be interested. You could look at your phone during the Shawshank Redemption, and you still would.
I wasn't on my phone. I was doing something else.
Oh,
It's
exactly.
okay.
You need to be completely focused on
Yeah.
a movie to get the full experience.
I think the dialogue is where it's at its best. It's like there's so many quirky lines in it. Excuse my my new language, but I don't mean quirky in like the gay way. I mean like quirky. As in, like,
Hang on.
Quirky does not mean in gay way.
Hang on. Can you please clarify how quirky could be interpreted in? Oh, I guess what you mean, like you know, like the girls who are like, I'm so quirky, I'm not like other. Like, is that what you meant by that?
yeah.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
meant
I
like
get you.
I say witty dialogue. It's like almost theatrical dialogue. It's really good. Can't like ever go wrong with Coen Brothers, man.
Interesting.
The Corn Brothers.
Coen Brothers.
Mm.
So Sam, you excited for school?
When school.
I actually
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
had a realization like a couple of days ago. I was like, damn, school's only like really close by. Like these holidays have gone by very fast.
Yeah.
I feel like they
have.
always go quick though. The holidays.
I feel like
For
most,
me at least.
I don't know, for me, usually like feels like holidays are such a long time. But I don't know, maybe the combination of remote learning and not seeing my friends, I've gotten used to that. Like, you know,
Mm.
of not seeing people and staying in my four walls of my house for the majority of the time. But yeah, these holidays have gone by really fast for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same
But-
for me.
But as much as I like, you know, not school and staying at home and sleeping
chilling.
in, I'm excited to see my friends again, man. You know,
Who are your
Can we
friends?
say-
Can
yeah,
we get an awe in the chat?
yeah.
Huh?
Can we get some
an aw
hearts
in
in
the
the chat, please?
Now, some of our viewers will probably get sick of us talking about coronavirus so much, but like,
Oh,
Victoria
talk
had
about
a massive
Really?
spike of
Victoria's-
288 today,
Whoa!
Victoria.
We're
Is
cut
it
off from the
really?
country.
which is fucked.
that's scuffed. As if it's 288.
It
Sure,
is.
It is.
Today. And yesterday it was like 176.
Jesus Christ, that's fat.
All these
Where's
idiots in
Spain?
Melbourne. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
it's
talk
mostly
about-
Melbourne. There's a few rural, but not many. Not as many as Melbourne.
It says we had 173 today. No, nope, never mind. I just looked at the thing. Yeah, 288. Jeez, man. That's
Far
crazy.
out.
Yeah, but it's literally all in Melbourne. I know that's still not good, but
Yeah, they're just locking down Melbourne. And majority of them still aren't taking this completely seriously.
yeah, that's crazy.
We just talk about
Yeah.
how coronavirus is actually a bogus name. So why can't it sound like something cool? Like, Sam's disease. Sam's
You know what?
Sam's something.
Look,
Locks leftovers, mate. That's his disease.
to be honest, you probably find
Leftovers.
coronavirus with Lachlan's leftovers.
The thing is, there is never any leftovers.
Locks
Just
droppings,
eats
man.
it.
Yeah, exactly. There is no leftovers.
And you absolute pig, Lachlan.
And
Yep.
America's completely screwed.
I pick the scraps.
In 4 days, they gained over another 1 million cases.
1 million.
Yeah, 1
My
million.
I'm finding this hilarious. I don't know if that's like really bad or
that's
something.
kind
But
of bad, dude. Because
Yeah,
that's a lot of people who
yeah.
are gonna die.
Well, yeah, I mean, to be honest,
it's like it's not like a deadly. Like
Yeah,
it's not
the
super
majority of
deadly.
cases are mild, but yeah, I get what you mean.
There are quite a few thousand serious cases.
It's because of the sheer numbers. It's just going to be such an aggregate like the aggregate's gonna be.
And it's no longer the Chinese virus, it's more the American virus. America makes up half of the coronavirus in the world.
Yeah, and they only have 360 million people, which is like, less than a seventh of the population.
Oh, actually, no, it's more like 1/3. Because
It's
it's,
yeah,
it's
it's
10
like
million people now.
It's still
Yeah.
it's still incredible. to
Yeah,
be
that's
honest.
still a lot.
Like, yeah, but hopefully Victoria can ride the wave out. Luck, I think we had one case here where we live.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
we did, yeah.
Of someone on the council, but
I
other than
I
that,
heard there was another one today as well, like health worker got it
That ain't good.
No, that's not.
because yeah,
But it's good that they're locking down Melbourne because they're just the ones making all of it now.
it's scuffed,
so
bruh.
the question is, did they do it early enough?
I reckon they have done
Yeah,
it at the right time.
Yeah, I reckon it was
Because
well-
I
we
feel
just
like
have
they
to
did
wait
it
out
just
the
at
next
the right
couple
time.
weeks. They have to wait 6 weeks, and then hopefully it goes down to 0. So that there's
And there's
none in
another
Australia.
section they locked down as well.
Because if there's none in Australia, then
Yeah,
it
but
can't
it's
really
gonna be
spread.
it's unsustainable to try and eliminate the coronavirus because there's still overseas travelers coming in. So
Yeah, good.
you just want to get that reproductive number, the reproductive rate of that virus below 1. Right now it's at 1.1, which is a little bit of a dip from a couple days ago. But it's still above 1, which is not good because if it's above 1, it's more likely that we won't be able to control it. Whereas if it's under 1, we have the healthcare facilities to get on top of that. So it'll be interesting to see, as I always say on this podcast, what the future holds. But yeah.
I actually want to talk to you, Sam. Is Kanye being serious about his presidency?
I had a great discussion with the guest of our last podcast, Kai, about this, and he was
Let's sign a
saying, and he
petition to get
said,
him back.
he was saying how he reckons Kanye actually has a good shot at getting reelected, and I was like, nah, no chance, because I reckon Kanye, I don't know, he's literally entered the race at the latest possible point.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have the backing of a campaign or like a campaign trail he's been going on for the last couple months now. Before that as well in like 2019, he doesn't have the major party support of someone like a Biden or a Donald Trump, and he's just, people don't really know what he stands for, and
Who do you think's
Like-
gonna win?
I reckon Trump's gonna get reelected.
Yep.
Are-
For
because-
the worst, it's gonna be so bad.
Because Trump's base, the majority of the people who voted for him in the last election, they think he's doing a stand-up job with coronavirus, or they
Yes,
think
all these
coronavirus isn't that big of a
rednecks.
deal.
All these rednecks that think coronavirus is caused by 5G towers.
And not even that. It's just like a lot of people. The general consensus amongst that group of people is that coronavirus is not that big of a deal. And it is what it is, But I reckon he's gonna get reelected because anything that comes negative against Trump, he just tells his supporters, "Yo, this is fake news. Screw CNN." And anything that's good, and the majority of the things that are said that are good about Trump come from Fox News, who he supported for a while since the start of his presidency. He's just like, yeah, this is where the real media is at. So I reckon he's done some good political maneuvering, and he's done well to get himself into the situation he is now. A lot of the people who are coming out against Trump now are the majority of them are like overseas individuals, like people who realize, hey, Trump's actually just like, compared to their country, like Trump has not managed America well, and it's just the people who weren't going to vote for Trump are the ones coming out against him, and the people who were going to vote for Trump are the ones supporting him. So there's not been a major shift, I don't reckon, in who's going to vote for Trump and who's not going to vote for Trump. But We will see.
We shall see how it all goes.
So American politics, dude, it's legitimately like comparing the sharpness of rocks, mate.
Yeah, America hasn't had a good candidate since probably Obama,
Yeah.
I know, right?
which is, I think, a failure of the political system in America. But
I mean, a lot of people want Bernie Sanders to come into the ring, but
yeah, Bernie Sanders at Andrew guy, I forget what his last name is.
oh yeah, the
Yang, Andrew
Yang,
Yang, that's his
yeah.
name. Yeah,
he seems like a nice guy. I've
yeah,
seen some YouTube videos.
he's definitely part of that up and coming generation of politicians now. Sort of like the millennials who are going to be the people who are predominantly going to be running in the next couple of years. So I reckon, this election, maybe the
Get the
next one is
oldies
going to be
out.
the last of like the old guard
Yeah.
in terms of like the old sort of views and values people have of like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, of that sort of like more conservative era.
Something very interesting.
Where they put more money into the U.S. military than
Yeah,
say
I reckon
healthcare.
that's probably
Hmm.
going to be the biggest shift. I reckon, as a complete and utter novice on the topic, I reckon that's probably going to be the biggest shift. I reckon there's going to be a shift from external, like, foreign policy posturing that we've seen with sort of like, Trump's very aggressive foreign policy, even going back to Obama stuff with the drone attacks, Bush with his war on terror. You've seen like there's a trend that Trump sort of put to an end of presidents since Reagan when the Cold War ended. Presidents ever since then have been sort of like cutting back on their foreign policy, and then you had 9/11, and that just revamped everything. And then you have Trump, who's just brought this concept of like America first. America is the dominant superpower,
The number one in the
and
world.
we're gonna maintain that with aggressive, military and economic plans. So it'll be interesting to see how people shift from that to focusing more on like healthcare, social services that people like Bernie Sanders have said
Yeah.
advocate for.
She gets Samrath for president next year.
Well,
President of Australia. Let's go.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
You know what's interesting though, which I think this will probably be changed in the future, but you actually can't be president of the United States unless you were born in America.
Really? So it's not even like a citizenship thing.
That's such an American thing to say.
If you
Like,
so
to
if you're
have.
an immigrant, so if you were born in like Kenya, and you immigrate to America when you're like 2 years old,
Oh, you can't be.
you
You
can't
can't
be
go for
president.
president.
So it's I reckon as America, I'm not sure about like what like proportion of America's population wasn't born in America, but I know in Australia like something like crazy like 50% or something of Australians weren't born in Australia. So I reckon if that sort of demographic shift also happens in America, then they'd probably have to change that, because by having that sort of like criteria, you're getting rid of potential candidates that could be like bring real change and have unique perspectives on the problems America will face. So hopefully that gets changed. I don't think that's I reckon if you're a citizen, you should be able to run. Because
Yeah.
if you're able to vote for a president, you should be able to run as a president. I reckon that's sort of the logic that should be.
Is that a thing in Australia? Can you like?
No, because like Julia Gillard, right? She was born in Wales, so, and it's just you have to be a citizen of
How
Australia.
big was the whale? Were the whales? Sorry.
So, did I have I
have to
ever
have
told
fun
you
on them.
guys? All right. This is a
Yeah.
story. This is story time with Beach. All right.
Story time. Story time.
Get a
Story
jingle.
time with BJ Smith.
All right. So, you guys remember my America trip back in like 2018?
Oh yeah, how could I forget?
The viewers don't, but we do. Yeah.
How could I forget BJ? It was an iconic time of my life.
Right.
Got it written
so,
down in the history books.
I think it was coming to the close of our trip. We were in San Francisco, and we were just we went to our hotel for the first night, right? And we were
Right.
going there. We got straight off the airport, right? Crossed the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. Fucking awesome, alright? It was
Was that
awesome.
fun? Was it a very nice
Bridge walking session.
car ride, or did you
Yeah,
walk
it was
across it or
actually
something?
pretty incredible. It's one of the longest bridges in the world.
Did you drive a Segway across it or something?
No,
Go
Joel.
away.
We took a taxi across it.
Ooh, was it
taxi.
one of those,
Aren't they
like,
like $50 like 5
Or
minutes?
maybe it was an Uber.
No.
Maybe it was an Uber.
Was your Uber driver Indian?
Uber.
No, he wasn't. He is actually a pretty chill guy. Not gonna lie.
Nice.
Why do you
A
say
lot
that?
of them are
Who's
pretty
him?
cool.
As like, dude, do you have this expectation that Uber drivers are like crazy psychopaths?
No. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to the story. And
Yep.
so you would not believe who was there at the hotel when we got there. It was a redhead chick.
Elon
and a-
Musk.
No. It was a redhead chick, right?
Fuck
And I'm like-
Obama.
I said to mum,
Oh,
Mum, is that
I know the story.
Julia Gillard? And she's like, actually, it might be. And then we end up getting in a fucking elevator with her. And Mum looks to her left, and she's like, yeah, that's Julia Gillard. And then she's like, oh, g'day, Australian. And she just, the face on her, oh my god. She
She's like,
completely
"Bruh."
cringed and was so pissed off at Mum, she completely walked out of the elevator and escaped the room. It was hilarious.
Wait,
you
You
sure
know,
she was
just like-
escaping her or escaping you?
No,
Oh.
Gillard was leaving because she was
Yeah.
Hang on, so wait, what did your mum say?
oh, she didn't say it like that, but like she said like, oh, it's good to see another Australian, and Julia Gillard, her face just went completely south. She was so pissed off.
What if
And
it
so-
wasn't Julia Gillard? What if it was just this random redhead and like this poor woman just thinks that your mother is talking to herself? Like, was there anyone else in the elevator, or was it just
No, it was
your
just Julia Gillard.
I
What's
think
she doing in San Francisco, mate?
I think that wasn't Julia Gillard. I think
No,
just
genuinely. If you want me, I will show you a picture. I haven't got a picture of her, right?
Well, they're gonna show me a picture.
But I guarantee you, because it was her. She was with an Australian security guard.
Oh, so there was someone else.
What do you mean?
You said you were only. You said it was just your family. And Julia. Oh, okay.
When she was leaving the hotel,
Right.
and there was an Australian security guard outside waiting for her.
How do you know he was Australian?
Because you
Did
could
it say
hear
that?
the voice, the accent.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough.
And I heard her talk like twice to the admin at the hotel, and you could tell she was Australian. It was Julia Gillard, but it was such a surprise. She was in San Francisco, at the same hotel, and guess what? When we were leaving to go back to Australia, guess who we saw at the airport?
Julia Gillard.
No, we saw
Tony
Mr.
Abbott.
Herdman in San Francisco on the other
Okay.
side of the world. We saw
What
Mr.
the hell?
Herdman at the airport, and he
Hang on,
we were
hang
on the
about.
same
Did he have hair?
plane as him going back to
Hang about.
Australia.
I thought, okay, so you've gone from saying, we were in the same hotel from Julia Gillard, a pretty high level, famous world leader, to, yeah, oh, also, we were on the same plane as Herdos. Like,
Yeah, you're just exposing your teacher.
yeah,
I didn't say his first.
big up Mr. Herman, if he ever watches this, which he's never gonna do, but,
If he
like,
does eventually.
imagine though.
No, but
Bro.
I just thought it was quite incredible. We saw two people that we know
I
from
don't-
Australia. in
I
the same
don't think that was Julia. I reckon what that was. I reckon that was just a random redhead Australian.
She's got a mask on.
But Sam, she wore the same shit as Julia Gillard. She
Yeah.
had
She's
the
Wait, did Julia
same
Gillard have
security
From
guard, mate.
cosplay.
Does she like wear the guilt that she like earned from being prime minister?
You know
And
Julia
that-
Gillard
that-
created
it was that
the
specific
announcement?
haircut, mate. It was that short Karen haircut.
It's
It
called
was-
the bob or the blob.
What I find more outstanding is we saw Mr. Herdman at the airport.
Dude, oh, wow.
It was such a cool time because I saw Archie there. He was just chilling.
Oh, big Archie.
And I'm like,
Archie's
I
a
swear
bad.
I've seen that kid before. And then I see Mr. Herdman on the escalator come down from upstairs. I still remember the airport, what it was like. And he's coming down to sit. And
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
wait, Mum, is that Mr. Herman? And she's like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, holy shit, it is. And then
I like how
Herdos
you-
comes over and he's like, oh, how you going, Vage? And I'm like, holy shit. I didn't say that, but you know.
Oh,
Wow.
You know what I
Like,
find the
wow.
funniest out of all of that is
What?
that you see your teacher, a person you probably see like the
More often
majority,
than
like
my mum.
5 times
And you're so
a week,
bro.
and you have to ask your mother to clarify if that is actually your teacher. I think that's so funny.
I mean, I was 15 at the time, so I was a bit
Yeah,
dumb.
exactly. Yeah, in Mr. Herdman's
No,
class.
but like he wouldn't have had him that much.
Oh yeah, fair enough. But like, I still find it funny. You have to ask
But
your
yeah,
mother.
I talked to him about how his trip was, and then we were on the same plane together.
was good
We
until
weren't
I saw
sitting near
you.
each other, but I could still see him in the aisles. It was cool.
I could just imagine you just like, wait, you were just staring at Mr. Herbert the entire flight, weren't
Oh
you?
yeah, the whole 20
Yeah,
hours.
you were just like staring at your movie, and then every now and then you were just like fling your head at Mr.
Yeah,
Herbert
fling
to
your
see if
head.
he was looking at you, and then you.
And then
you
as soon
go-
as they lock eyes, he's like back.
Yeah, I think that's
the
what you
movie.
did, BJ, wasn't it? Yeah, yes it was. Yes it was. Yeah, it
Shut
was,
up.
wasn't it? Oh, we got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Actually, I really hope Mr. Herbert never watches this episode then, because you're just gonna realize what a creep you are, AJ. Just
I'm not
staring
a
at
creep.
it.
In prep.
Maybe he was doing the
Oh,
same
it wasn't
thing.
prep, it was more like grade 3. We had to write a
Right.
letter to our favorite teacher. So I made the letter to Mr. Herdman.
Oh, look at that.
Because he was our PE teacher. He was a fucking lad. Alright?
Wait.
That was
it
back when he
wasn't,
had hair.
wasn't Mr. Murphy?
No, he wasn't there at the time. I don't think.
No, this was back in grade 3. So.
I
it's
thought
like
Mr. Murphy's
ages
been there
ago.
since like
Murphy's
the
been
dawn
there
of time.
since grade 4.
Couple years ago?
Grade 4. No, actually,
Oh,
it
so-
wasn't grade 4, was it, Joel?
Maybe like year 7.
Yeah, it was year 7.
Should be been there.
He
He hasn't been
hasn't
there long.
Murphs hasn't been there that long.
It's because Mr. Murphy's been there for the entire time I've been there, so
Yeah,
fair enough. So
let this
Yeah.
one slide.
But
Well, Beej, you remember Mr. Steele?
Mr. Steele was an absolute unit, mate.
I've heard
Wait,
stories about
should
him.
we be using these people's actual names?
What?
Like, I just realized that, like, what if these people don't like? I know we're only saying nice things about them. Okay.
And we're only using their last name.
Yeah, true.
There could
That's
be
true. That's
plenty of
very
them.
true. That's very true.
There's
Good
plenty
point,
of
BJ.
Smiths around the world,
That's very, yeah. Fair
or
call.
people
Fair call.
with last name Smith.
Yeah, but Mr. Steele, he used to teach us, I don't know, it was more like woodworking plus metalwork. They don't do
Yeah.
metalwork at our school anymore because
Anymore? Wait, it used to be a thing, and it's
it
not a
used
thing
to be a
anymore.
thing. You used to make your own bikes and shit.
Jeez.
Dude, that's skits as.
Yeah,
And
and
we
then
Now you
don't
they
just make
stopped
noughts
it.
and crosses boards.
When Mr.
Yeah.
Steele left, they just quit. They just stopped all that. But Mr. Steele, he taught me how to BMX and how to be in comps. And
Are you
I
talking about
came-
the same Mr. Steele?
hang on. I have a
we
question.
are.
How?
We are.
Yeah,
No,
I
Joel,
was just
I'm being
in it.
serious. Mr. Steele. All right. So there was Hayden and Tom and Hayden were BMXers. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Steele asked them if they wanted to be in a BMX comp for school, and then I overheard him, and I'm like, "Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I'll ask Mr. Steele out." So I
As
joined
BJ
it.
does.
And I joined it, and I came third. So Victory got the top 3 for that whole race,
Damn.
Oh,
and that was back
that's a
in
wholesome ass story.
that was back in like grade 6. It was pretty awesome. And
Grade 6? I
yeah,
thought Mr. Steele left in like grade 2.
yeah, but he was there for a long time.
Was he?
Yeah,
Joe was just
Joel,
not
Joel-
paying attention.
Joel was just
I
very
remember one time. I have one memory of me on the basketball court at the old school with Mr. Steele. That's it. I don't remember anything else.
Wait, grade 2.
No, I was like prep, mate. The
Yeah,
old
prep.
school.
It would be prep. It would be prep.
That was like, you had like a day there, didn't you?
Yeah, I had one
I
day
mean, you
there.
moved. You had one day there. Are you serious?
Yeah, at the old one.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then we went to the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a time. It was, I don't know. But the old school was pretty cool because you could create your own cubbies and they just didn't care.
I know. But now they're like, oh, if you pick up a stick, you're actually going to get belted.
It's so true though.
You could legitimately like find big slabs of rock and then make like a house out of it.
They,
at,
they
like,
had
one time.
they had bricks lying around at the old school so you could make your own fort. It was crazy shit.
What the heck?
And then,
Bro, we
and
weren't
then,
allowed
like,
to do
And
that.
Aston, Joel, and I made this awesome fort that fit only preps, and it was pretty awesome. It was good.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite days.
it was like the first and last day of the school for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure term 3 and 4 were at the new one.
Yeah.
Yep. It was
Dude,
good.
prep's
Times.
actually the peak of my life.
Yeah, prep was incredible.
Oh, dude, remember I had Aston's mum as like our
Yeah,
maths teacher.
Wasn't it Mrs. Gregory?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, she was an awesome prep teacher. And I remember when did they leave? Like grade 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, she used to always love the kids.
yeah.
It was awesome. It was a sweet time. It was good. And then Aston pitchforked his foot.
Oh, that was nasty,
It
mate.
was nasty. He was doing some gardening work with the chickens up at the
Oh, yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
school we have now, and he pitchforked his foot and it went. Did it go straight through?
I went straight through, but didn't hit anything, which is
Oh,
Good.
that's lucky. That's
That was
very
in
lucky.
grade 4.
Yikes, brother.
Bro,
it was
that
too,
would
it's. I wouldn't say he's lucky, but he's lucky that he didn't get anything
he's
worse.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
didn't. Like, I
He's
don't know,
lucky he didn't get anything.
It was big news for a little
Get
bit
a
too.
freaking infected toe.
Mm.
Was it like a
pretty
rusty pitchfork?
Oh,
Or was
yeah.
it like new straight from Bunnings pitchfork?
You don't,
I mean, probably
it's new.
Look.
Cheeky Bunnings pitchforks. Gotta love it.
Right, Lachlan, you went to Epsom, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I went to Holy Rosary.
Tell the story about the kid you made fun of.
Yeah.
Well, Kane. Wait, Kane.
No, not.
Look.
Locke knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Kid I made fun of.
You might have already mentioned it on here, though.
No,
Trying
I'm
to.
not sure.
dinosaur.
Of the dude you... of the dude you made fun of. And then you ran away.
Oh no, I can't say that. It's really bad.
Oh wait, was
What?
this with the kid who
Oh, shit.
You legit went, "You're fat," and then ran for your life.
Yeah.
How's that bad, mate? We've said much worse.
Don't say names. Just say like this.
Well,
kid.
I don't even remember who it was. So
Okay, just
I guess I can get away with it.
Story.
So now little old prep me
It wasn't
Getting
prep.
so-
Wow.
getting so sick of this kid because they were just such a smart ass all the time in class. You know, they're the goody two
Locke-
shoes, suck
sounds
up
like
the teacher's
Sam,
dude.
ass.
Locke
Yeah,
would be the
what?
type of kid that like call someone names because they're smarter than him.
Dude,
You suck. You're so bad.
tap. Oh, dude. Wait, yeah,
I
keep
was
going.
throwing dabs in 2009.
Oh, mate. Start,
Back in
mate.
year 9.
Trendsetter.
No, so, and they were just pissing me off because, like, freaking,
It's really grinding
I'd
your
always-
gears.
yeah, just really grinding my gears. So, this person is hanging out with their friend, and I walk up to them by myself, big man, big ball, you know,
Oh.
goes up there and goes,
Shut-
just walks up, takes a deep breath. You're fat. Bang, bolt fucking across the yard. 300-meter sprint, came first, hid behind the water tanks, and then the end of lunch came. I was like, oh fuck, I gotta get back to class. So I snuck in through the front door and hid under a table. 10 seconds later, I got busted by the teacher and got sent to the corner. Bro, that was rough. Everyone was staring at me, and I was like, oh shit.
That reminds me of a very funny
Mate,
story.
This is
Yeah,
when
what
Locke
have you
was a
done,
Lone
mate?
Ranger.
One was,
He was what an absolute operator.
yeah. Lachlan took no shit from no one, man.
Yep, that was.
Any
that's the
more
story.
stories from your time in
fat.
primary school? I'm gonna try that next time. Next time
Yeah.
someone's smarter than me, we go, "You're fat."
The thing was as well, they weren't even that fat.
No, you know what? What's an elite level
That's even better.
compliment?
Compliment.
Insult. I don't know why I say compliment. An elite level insult.
But
So-
You should say you look like you have an infected big toe.
Ooh.
Because
Oh.
no, because this is good with fucking with people's brains. Because they're gonna be like, wait, what? How does it look like? Like if they do have an infected big toe,
Yeah, they go, oh, how did you know? Oh, wait.
they don't have. They're gonna think, why does it look like I have an infected big toe? So it's just an like big brain level insult.
Hmm.
You should try that one out, guys.
Do you know what you should try out, though? If you're driving beside a dude on a bike, wind down your window and yell at them, your wheel is going around, and then they panic, and then they almost crash. And they're like, oh no, that was actually pointless. And then they realize that you've just bamboozled them, mate. Like, oh, haha, I almost died.
Oh no, I nearly went headfirst into a give way sign.
I know
Watch
your
out,
legs are moving.
They panic
Oh,
for like
no.
3 seconds, and then they realize what you just said to them. You're like, oh.
Have you
We
done
have
that
been
before,
fooled.
John?
Oh, I haven't, but I've known people who have.
The man dem on the streets just trolling the cyclists.
Oi, bruv, your wheel's going round. Oh no.
Oi, big man!
Just turns and looks at you, slams into a stop sign.
That's the end of them.
About any other funny stories, though?
Dinosaur.
No. I
A funny story, even if anyone wants to hear.
I do have one. Now Sam and Joel, you know this kid. He's that annoying soccer kid. Starts with K, ends with E, has 4 letters.
Man! Oh, you know he used to umpire my soccer games?
Well, they would
Fun
have
fact.
turned out bad.
Oh man, he nearly gave me a yellow card for sticking my leg up when it was a goal kick. He walked up to me. I was just like running back because I was playing striker. I was just running back, tracking back, work rates and that. And Mans just comes up to me and says, "Oi, bruv, if you do that again, I'm gonna have to card you. So keep your leg down, you fucking twat." And I'm like, "Okay, brother, chill." He just like he was like, because this kid, he's a bit hyper. It was like the most calm I've ever seen him in my entire life. It was a different perspective.
If you do that again, I'm gonna have to deck you, right? So don't do it again.
I have to give you a little bit of the left right good night, my guy.
Crack the belt.
All right, keep telling us this story, Lachlan.
So yeah, this kid, he was a bit of a flog. Now we're going from prep to grade 3, 4. I think it was grade 4 actually. So what it was is this kid used to, whenever he walked inside of or outside of the classroom, he used to always leave the door open, and especially during the middle of winter, it's just freezing outside, and he's just letting all the hot air outside, and it would get freezing in the classroom. So anyway, one day we had a substitute teacher, and this man, he's probably one of the best teachers I've ever had. He'd read Paul Jennings stories to us, give us dictation to write on the old chalkboard that we had to write down, handwriting lessons where we had to have joint letters and his specific font of writing.
Jeez, is it Times New Roman?
Oh, bro, this was like
Arial, Helvetica.
it was like the fanciest font you'd ever seen.
What about the flower one, where you just type in like the flowers come up?
All right,
It's
keep
like
going,
that.
Logan. Keep going.
You cannot decipher what it means.
So we had him one day, and this kid, he opened the door wide open in the middle of winter and just walked in. Anyway, and this teacher just had enough of him because he'd been giving him the shits the whole morning. So he just turns around to him and he just yells at him, "Were you born at a 10? Close the bloody door!" And everyone just stopped what they're doing, looked up at this kid, and he's like, "Oh, guys, close the door. Just give me 5 minutes."
Whimpering. 5 minutes to close the door. Wow. Very unproductive.
No, because he was like crying. He's all sook. Anyway, and also what this kid used to do, he's like also another kid that we had that came in year 7. He used to do this as well. He used to basically shit himself in class, and we had to evacuate the classroom because it was that
You know
bad.
he's gonna watch this, right?
No.
As long as you don't name names, it's no harm.
I didn't name.
Exactly.
But
Wait,
the
Oh.
one in year 7, he didn't shit himself. But this kid full on shit himself. He got off the ground, and there was a brown mark on the ground. I felt bad for the cleaners that had to clean up that night. And it's like, oh, another kid shat himself.
or is it the same kid?
Yes. Same kid.
God.
And he just used to do it all the time. We always
He
had
was
to
so
leave.
proud of himself,
and waste-
apparently.
Yeah.
He just had the
He just
biggest
sat in
grade.
there. Sat in there smiling, be like, that's me. I'll cast him to myself. Whose shit can I fuck around with this time?
It reminds me of Peter that one time when he farted in class.
BJ! Oh my you fucking
Idiot.
BJ!
He's gonna book a flight, come over here and whoop your ass.
Mate, he's gonna have his business class.
He's
and
getting
that-
business
he's gonna-
class. This is real shit.
No,
Yeah.
But you guys remember that when Pete was he's smiling his ass off how proud he was.
BJ! BJ! Are you dumb?
dude. Oh, Peter was actually peak, mate.
Oh,
Boys!
Mate, he's gonna fly his plane first class
Yeah,
down.
Do you understand what's just happened right now?
he's gonna go jack a plane and come over here and
No,
whoop
dude.
your ass. Dude.
No, he's gonna first class. He's gonna drink alcohol-free Chardonnay as he flies in, mate.
Cotton graft, alcohol free.
My goodness. Oh,
Comes in as captain. Fuck you, BJ.
BJ, actually dumb.
What?
You're
It's
actually-
it's
BJ was the one that was like, "Oh, don't talk about it." And it's like, wait, I didn't name anyone. And BJ's like,
God, we shouldn't talk about this. The person who we're talking about is gonna watch this. BJ's like, oh yeah, it's just like that time when. Oh my god.
and he mentioned it before. He's like, "Oh, don't mention any names."
Twat. Honestly, BJ, you baffle me. You baffle me. Let's move on.
Don't worry, the viewers love it.
Oh, you fuck yourself there, bitch.
Boys,
All three of them.
Talk about something really BS quick. I need to find fact of the week.
Okay, Samrath, you said you had a story, didn't you?
Funny story
Yes,
about
Sam
that
has a
one
story.
time I was in primary school. So I was in grade 5, right? You know, grade 5 Samrat.
Grade 5
just
gang, where you at?
living the good life with my bowl cut and slightly overweight stature.
Is that
I
bowl
was
cut?
just-
Bowl cut?
Yeah, like a
Fresh
bowl. Man.
buzz.
It was actually my parents put a bowl on my head, and that's how they cut my hair. No, but anyway, I was a down ball fiend back in those days. Alright, I used to play that
Oh,
every
down ball champion.
night. Okay, recess, lunch. Just it was intense. The games got intense, mate. The sweat, the absolute, the quality of down ball was immense, and I would very frequently be the one who always got out because I'm dumb. Anyway, there was this one kid that really grinded my gears. He really just I didn't like him. Anyway, and he used to play down ball as well, right? And it was just a little bit of a cunt, and I was just like, didn't like him. So I'm in a very intense rally. All right, just back and forth. No one's winning. I mess the shot up and it goes out, and I'm just angry. I'm absolutely fuming. And this kid, he does I think he will later come to regret. He goes, "Oh!" in my face, like as I'm walking past him. And at this point,
Brony.
I was sick of his shit. He signed his own death warrant. So what I do, which I think is a perfectly reasonable response at the
You
time.
put sleeping pills in his drink bottle.
No,
The blue pill in his drink bottle.
no.
That would
I
make
punch him the hardest I've ever punched someone in my life, right in his testicles.
Oh,
Bruh.
Absolutely, just like it hurt my hand. Like I just went bang, uppercut to the testes. Man was down for the count. I've never seen him cry so much. I've never seen a child cry so much in my life.
Bruh.
Did
no
he
wonder
leak
you
afterwards?
took
Ended
both of
that
his
man.
children away.
You
Man,
just ended him. Man
Like-
actually doesn't live anymore.
There is no
Genuinely.
reason to live if you can't have children.
He got buried in the schoolyard right then and there.
Genuinely, just like I sack tapped him so hard, he was on the ground for like a 5 minutes, just wailing in pain.
Probably
See,
now-
you
more
should
death
be
right
wailing
now.
in pain. You just lost the man's children.
Anyway, and then I hit him, and then I realized, hang on, that's not a very nice thing to do. So then I feel really bad for the
I
rest of the
fucked up.
day.
Jesus, you should feel bad for the rest of your life.
It's okay. I think he was fine. He got over it after like a couple hours.
18 stitches, it's alright.
He's fine, but he's
He
not.
lost
Though.
use of one testicle. It's okay. Anyway, but that was my story about how I basically ended someone's life over down.
Awesome.
That
Now,
was a-
can we transfer over to fact of the day for a real?
Oh
quick
yes, do we need
Hey.
the jingle?
Yes.
No, don't do the
Fact.
jingle. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shut up, Peter.
Fact of the week. Fact of.
Come on, come on. wanna hear
PJ's no.
This is what I've been waiting for my whole week.
Alright, guys. No, shut up. Fact of the week. Fact of the week. It's fact of the week with Joel.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Hey, it's the best one we've ever done. Anyway, alright. If you guys know poker, this will be an awesome fact. If you don't,
Yeah.
you're probably going to go, that's not a good fact, but it's a very good fact. The odds of getting a royal flush are exactly 1 in 649,740.
Whoa.
Dude, that's freaking crazy.
That is insane.
The royal flush is the best hand you can get in poker. It is ace, king, queen, jack, and a 10. All in the
All
same
in the
suit.
same suit. Yep.
Okay, straight flush is 72,192 to 1. Yeah, and out of 7,462 distinct 5-card poker hands, you have a 42% chance of getting a single pair.
What's
Oh,
what's
no.
the likelihood of a high card?
So.
Oh,
this is-
probably. No, you get a 100% chance because
1 and 2.
No, ace is a high card.
Ace is the highest.
Literally though, you can have a
if,
two.
if you
can have a
if you have a
two
2
and-
and a 3, that 3 is a high card.
Yeah.
You have a 100% chance of getting a high card.
Literally.
so
It is the highest card.
you're telling me you have a higher chance at winning the lottery than winning in poker?
That is
Or getting a
literally
royal
a good
flush.
hand
Getting
at
the
poker.
royal flush.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Do you know how
like a
poker
royal
works,
flush.
BJ?
I don't play poker, so.
BJ,
Yeah.
we need to get you in
Get
on
him on.
the poker
Can we
scene.
do a rare units poker session?
Yes, we should. When we go to your house, BJ, Lachlan, bring your poker set. We're gonna play rare
No,
units
no,
poker.
bring Joel's. Joel's is better.
Is your
I've,
better?
I've, I've,
His
I've got
his
the
is
ceramic
like the
chips. mate.
ceramic chips. Mine's just the cheap plastic stuff from
Mate, if you get
Kmart.
Red Dead on PC, we can play together.
Oh,
Oh
thank you.
my goodness.
That's the only time I've played poker because
Did you win?
it follows the rules.
No, he lost all
no,
his
I
money.
guess every time and I'll win.
Has King
Dude,
as his
Strauss
opening
sucks
card
at poker.
folds?
It's just, no.
Oh, every time.
He definitely folds every
Throw
round and expects to
everything in
win.
and then fold and I'll lose. Fucking shit.
Oh, there you go.
All in and then folds.
It's like saying hit me in blackjack when you have an ace in it, jack, mate.
Ace in the
It's like
hand.
saying, oh yeah, hit me again.
Yeah, blackjack. I want to hit.
Jeez. I don't think that bad.
That's, yeah, that's basically.
BJ would be the type of person that busts in blackjack and still want to hit.
I can win it, Uno.
BJ.
This is nothing like
BJ,
you.
BJ, that's like playing Snap, and then when someone says Snap, just keep putting cards on their hand.
Man's actually playing Go Fish in the middle of a snap match.
Go fish.
Go fish. Wait, what? I have royal flush.
All in, boys.
This isn't blackjack. Oh man. Dude, we should actually start a rare units gaming channel where we just play
Heck
board
yeah.
games. Play
Bro, that'd
backgammon.
be fun.
Dude, I want to play like the
Roulette.
No, that's just gambling. That's
Yeah.
not a board game.
No. There's nothing wrong with gambling.
That's
As long as
just
you don't
legit
lose
playing
money.
slots.
For the record, the Rare Units podcast does not endorse gambling to underage individuals. Gamble responsibly.
Gamble
Oh, isn't there a
responsibly for
hotline or
underage
something?
individuals.
If gambling is a problem, I used to remember it.
Only bet $2 if you don't want to lose a lot of money.
If you don't want to remortgage your house, bet responsibly. If you
If
don't
you don't want to
want,
lose money, just don't play. Easy.
well, that's easier said than done, mate. The
You better have
dopamine,
the prospect of getting more money.
the dopamine I get when I'm playing the pokies and I get 3 in a row, mate, unbeatable. Oh man. But yeah, we should
Better
definitely
than
start
what?
reading this each other, I reckon.
Alright, I have a good question for you all of you guys. What is your
Yeah.
favorite game of all time, starting with Samrath?
Like board game
Video
or
game, sorry.
video game? Okay.
I reckon we should do both.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
board game. Do card games count as board games? Because you can play them on a, well, no, there's no board, I guess, but
Yeah.
like tabletop games.
Yeah, say tabletop games.
Yeah, I'll say that because that's I reckon not blackjack. Probably just Texas Hold'em poker because they're just good memories of the boys playing poker when we were supposed to be studying in our free periods.
Yeah,
that's
that was
yep.
awesome.
That
And
was
the
just
teachers
good.
letting us because they thought it was awesome.
Yeah, and then Mr. Harvey just walking past and being like, "This is okay."
Keep
Yeah.
going,
I
boys.
accept this.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, so just good memories about that. Good vibes. Good vibes.
I
It was always fun.
encourage this gambling.
I was like better than us
Fill me
like
in.
disrupting classes, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And then favorite like actual video game. I'd probably say like
EU4.
He's gonna say CS:GO.
No, I actually reckon Battlefield 1 because there was just so many good memories
It
of
was
us
a lot
all,
of good memories.
us all playing together. Battlefield 1 or CS:GO because CS:GO I also have a lot of good memories like killing people and then Russians yelling "Rush B Suka Bleed." That's always good. But yeah, I reckon Battlefield 1 because I had good memories of playing with the boys and it's just fun.
All right, and we'll go to Joel next.
Board game poker as well. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You just can't get sick of poker, I reckon.
Yeah, you can't. It's just, yeah. It also depends on like on people, but it's very social. It's a very social game.
It's a social game, yeah.
Games. I'm gonna have to give you a top 3. Red Dead Redemption 2. This is in no order. I've played
okay.
Red Dead Redemption
Yep.
2 fully through about 4 times. So that's 50 hours of playthrough. You do the maths. I played 200 hours of Red Dead 2.
Quick maths.
The Long Dark. It is probably I could play it every day of my life. It's so fun. It's and then probably The Last of Us, the first one. I haven't played the second one, but I've heard it's bad.
Yeah.
And that's fairly heartbreaking since I love the first one.
Yeah, no, believe me, everyone feels that.
I've
way.
seen the second one. The graphics are just amazing.
I don't care about the graphics. I care about the story.
Bro, it
Oh,
looks
you're
so
disappointed.
good.
Ooh, debate.
Yeah.
Graphics versus game.
Man actually wants to play 64-bit freaking Last of Us. 8-bit.
I couldn't care less as long as it's got a good story.
Locke, what about you?
So board game, poker definitely, but I'm also a categories person. I don't know why, but I actually
Good
really
memories
enjoy
of categories.
categories.
Categories, good memories there too.
Or Pictionary is banging too. Pictionary.
Yeah, any of like
Go
those
team.
type of games, I love them.
Yeah.
Video game, I'd say Battlefield 1 and 5. I really enjoyed Battlefield 5.
Battlefield 5 was good too.
The Call of Duty Black Ops series, mainly for the campaigns. I loved playing the
Even
campaigns.
Black Ops 4?
There was no campaign in Black Ops 4,
Oh, fair enough.
so I'm excluding that. But my favorite Black Ops was Black Ops 2.
Yeah, it's the best
Um,
one.
It's the best one.
It is the best
Never
one. And yeah, what about you,
Alright,
B?
BJ, what about you?
Favorite board game is probably Monopoly, the company edition.
Ooh.
All right, and the company edition it's a much simpler version of the original, except it's a bit harder to play because you got to be more smart in the way you sell your properties.
So it's simpler but harder.
Yep. And
No,
then,
do you know? Seriously, sorry to interrupt you, BJ,
It's all
but the
good.
best Monopoly is the one with the credit cards in it. Because you don't have to fumble cash around. You just do the calculations on the credit card.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
Is that like the what's that called? Is that like the
It's like revolution or something. Like the end of the road for Monopoly.
Call my
No,
brother.
I was like, it must be like Revolution or something, because you don't have to fumble cash around it. You just like
Yeah.
use a credit card.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
always the problem because you always
Anyway, continue, Beto.
Now, I will say I have a top 3 in probably specific order. All right. So number 3 is Minecraft. Number 2.
Oh, the OG.
Number 2 is Red Dead Redemption 2. It's just such
Fair
an
enough.
incredible game. And then number 1 is probably God of War, the latest one, 2018 one. It is literally one of the greatest games I've ever played in my entire life.
Is it now?
Yep. You guys need to
Why
get
is
it.
that?
Alright, so it's not just about graphics. The gameplay is freaking amazing. The story is one of the most heartfelt stories I've ever had. Like, listened to and watched and played and just encountered.
You obviously haven't watched Challenge Soccer, man.
Challenge.
I didn't know Shaolin Soccer had a video game.
That'd actually be sick. Like, mine was really
That's a
bad.
pretty
Like,
dope, actually.
like you know all those games based on movies for like the PS1 were absolute
Yeah,
garbage.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Matrix had one or some crap, and then like bloody Ice Age had one as well. I don't know. I reckon that'd be
Imagine-
terrible.
Ice Age.
a
If
FIFA
you get
style.
Rockstar on it or any good AAA studio, then I reckon it would be really good.
Imagine a FIFA style esque soccer game, but with the Shaolin soccer like powers.
And
That's
and
just
you get
playing, like-
microtransactions.
No, but you what do you buy the micro? You don't buy the special powers, man. Don't you want to like make the earth like shake and then everyone's clothes fall off and then you're just playing soccer naked?
Yeah, but that's
That's if you
part of
want
the
that.
Or
game.
if you're freaking Bruce Lee
That's
in
true.
gold.
I'm just so sick of microtransactions. It's such
Yeah.
a joke.
I
You'd
don't.
hate Gary's mod then, man.
The thing is with microtransactions though is like, I can understand like companies need to make money, but
What
I
if it's
don't
like
think
a
you should have
free-to-play game?
gameplay behind paywalls. If that makes
All
sense.
cosmetic,
Yeah.
I can get around that. Story, if they're adding DLC, I don't know about DLC. DLC is questionable to me. I mean, if it
But
takes
DLC is such
them
a
a
blanket
really
term.
long time, they should sell it for half the price of the video game maximum. Alright. So
What if it's like a $60 game? You don't want to pay $30 for DLC,
yeah, but if the
especially if
DLC is half of like the video game,
right?
like it's like the quality of half the video game, then I can see them doing that. All right, because like if you look at The Witcher 3 for example, both of their DLCs were $15 each, and they are
Right.
literally the same size as the original video game. Video games in of themselves because of how much content there is in with them. And
That's probably a good DLC policy, I'd say.
exactly, because it comes from CD Projekt Red. They're the ones making Cyberpunk 2077. But a bad version of a DLC would be Assassin's Creed, Odyssey, or Origins, where they literally sell $30 for a DLC that lasts 30 minutes. So
Does anyone remember Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag?
It was literally the
Oh.
best one.
Oh, Sunrise.
Guys, I said Black Flag.
Oh,
Hey guys, Black Flag.
Banned.
Dang.
Good
If
job.
that game came out this year, it would have been destroyed.
What, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag?
Yeah,
What would they have to call it?
What's
Assassin's
that?
Creed 4 African American flag?
yeah, probably. I mean, that's how sensitive this world is now. So
No.
Black flag means like pirates, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Black
know.
Flag is literally just the flag is colored in the black.
I know, but if you're one to get angry about Redskins, or even what do they call it, Chicos, just
Yeah,
because
that's
that's a joke.
Chico roll. Get
Yeah.
my belly, mate.
the. But Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag was really good.
It was
I reckon
really-
all the Assassin's Creeds after like Black Flag was just compared to like the old ones, like they were just subpar.
If you play
By
them,
Emma. I've played some of them, yeah, but I just reckon
I've played all of the Assassin's Creed games, and they're all good. Apart from I mean, I'm not liking the latest ones because RPG elements it's just going away from Assassin's Creed, and it's annoying because like you don't have the blade, the hidden blade anymore, and you have to.
What?
Yeah.
Like,
there's no
it's
hidden
best part.
blade.
Classic.
Isn't it like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Origins
classic as.
and Odyssey, the latest two, don't have hidden blades, and the whole part of it, they're not even assassins.
They're
Yeah,
just-
but like, BJ, what I
Nah,
mean by when I say after Black Flag, they were all kind of subpar. What I mean is like in terms of the production on release, the DLC, stuff like that.
You said after Black Flag?
Yeah. No, I'm
Oh.
saying, yeah, after Black Flag, I reckon they were all subpar.
Yeah, no, that's agreeable. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones before, like the old ones, like the Ezio trilogy, the Altair stuff, that was, and like
Revelations and
Yeah. the Assassin's
Brotherhood.
Creed 3, yeah, that stuff.
See, they
That-
were all good.
They were all really good, complete games on launch. Where what was the one after Black Flag? It was one in the
It
French
was
Revolution.
It was Unity, wasn't it?
Yeah, is that the French Revolution one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember there were so many issues with that game in terms of like glitches and bugs and stuff, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, you're correct.
And there was just like, it didn't have the polish and sort of the feel of the other games. That's just what I reckon.
I saw.
Didn't they make a Assassin's Creed movie or something?
Yeah, it was
I
shit.
do remember hearing there was one.
Yeah, it had Michael Fassbender and it was shit. It was supposed to get like three movies of it, and it didn't make enough money, so
They only
yeah,
got
it
one.
cancelled.
That's all you're getting.
Does he like bending fasces?
Yeah, that's what his
What is the
ancestors
FAS?
used to do. They used to bend the fasces. That's why his family
Family
used to bend-
advocacy and support services, mate.
Like, I'm
That's what he bends the family advocacy, advocacy, and support services.
you're getting there, Joe.
Good thing to bed.
Nah, but
Oh.
I'm quite disappointed in the Assassin's Creed franchise right now, and
Yeah.
I can share why because like
BJ's representing all.
It was 3 days ago. There was a leak of the latest Valhalla one.
Oh yeah.
It was 30 minutes of gameplay footage that got leaked. Oh man, it's so
Leak
funny.
exactly 30 minutes, mate.
30 minutes on the dot.
Minutes 59 seconds.
But when you saw it, you could easily tell it was like really early footage, but it was very choppy. It was very shit. And then just today, there was another leak with about 15 minutes of footage that was about like pretty new. It was pretty recent, like in-game footage, and it just looked so rip off of the one that just came, the 2018 one, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and you could easily tell it was just a copy and paste, which is sad because I was expecting it to be like the older games, but it's not. Yeah.
Expectations versus reality.
Yeah, it's almost
Yep.
like it was supposed to be a new IP for him, just a complete Viking game, but they just added Assassin's Creed to it. And it's just like, that's
Did you guys ever watch the TV show called The Checkout on ABC? I don't know if it still runs.
The
But basically,
check,
The Checkout. They just go around and like, I don't know. Let me look it up.
Was it about history?
No, it was about like consumerism. Check out comedy, Australian consumer affairs television series. Yeah. So basically, they just make fun of and like take the piss out of like, you know, consumerism and like, you know, products that customer buys and that. So they had a section on like expectations versus reality. You reminded me, Locke, of like frozen food, and then they would have the thing on the box, and then they'd open up the box, and it was just slop. It was
Oh,
terrible.
it sounds like The Last of Us Part 2.
dude, this is actually
I opened up the box, actually getting sludge, mate.
this is the most obscure reference I've ever seen, and I love it. This is great.
It's a
Keep
great,
up.
great show. I'm sad it stopped running. I think about 5
I'm
years.
actually so sad that they fucked The Last of Us. First one's good, so good, and then
Yeah, fantastic.
and then the writing just, oh man.
Did you ever get around to playing it, Sam?
I played a little bit, but I haven't played all of it
Ooh.
yet.
Sam need to
You
play
need to
all
play
of
it.
I got up to the part
really
where they
crushes your emotions. It really gets to you. Fucking awesome.
What part do you get to, Sam?
I can't remember. I can't actually remember anything.
You
All I
probably
remember
got to
there's
the
a
part where he meets the guy, what's his name? The guy who gets really pissed off at the start of the game. Fuck.
All I remember is
Oh, he's got
there
the
was someone
town.
whose hip died or something. Like they got shot in the hip, like in the leg or something. And then like,
What?
I don't know, they're part of some like cool group that everyone knew.
Oh, oh,
Oh,
is that when
I
Robert?
think that's-
I don't know, it was a black woman.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no, he's at the very
Ah.
start.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
start.
Yeah,
was
that's
at
the very
then
start.
I went like a couple bits after that, and then I had to like smuggle them out, and
Yeah,
there was like I had to like evade the city guards or something.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
I got to.
yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
you're still very much at the start.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I like the yeah.
The
it was
gameplay
interesting.
mechanics in the second and the graphics, absolutely awesome. And then the
Mm.
story just drops that by 5 points.
Mm.
It is about. Yeah, can I talk about this, Joel?
As long as it doesn't spoil.
It's not spoil.
It's not
I
even
mean,
spoiling. It's just false advertisement. The whole thing, the whole way they've showed this game is completely false.
Okay.
So in the trailers, it's fake. All right.
Yeah, I did notice that.
There are fake parts of the trailer that they lied about, and then they also say that Ellie is the main character throughout the entire game, which is completely false. You play as Ellie for 9 hours of the game, and then the rest of the game you play as Abby, the protagonist or the antagonist, who they try to make the protagonist, but it just doesn't. It doesn't coincide with like anything that because
It's just their
you watch-
backstory.
You watch specific characters die and everything, and it's supposed to mean that you don't like this specific person, and then
They make you play as
they
it.
make you play as them, and you're supposed to like them by the end, but you still end up hating them.
Or feel empathy for them.
Yeah, but it just doesn't work. And the way they've written it, apparently the best parts of the game are when you're playing the version of Ellie and Joel when they were younger.
Yeah,
Those parts are apparently like really
Yeah,
emotional.
Apparently they're really good, and that's the only good part of the game, apart from
there's
gameplay.
there's not even much of the zombie stuff anymore. It's just about killing humans now.
Yeah, I mean,
And I genuinely enjoyed killing all the zombies. Seeing the massive zombie boss in the middle of the Last of Us Part 1, that was so cool.
you
Like,
talking
I
about like
loved-
that one where it was like really crusty and disgusting looking.
Yeah, it was in the gym,
Mate.
the school gym.
Frosty
Yes, I remember that.
It's
That was
it's called
freaky.
the bloater. I'm pretty sure it's called.
It was freaky as. It's gross.
There's like I think there's like 3 new zombie types in the Part 2, but like they make no sense. They're weird.
I mean, there are some
you.
good zombie moments that I've seen in part 2, but apart from that, it's not.
To this day, I still fucking hate clickers.
Yeah, clickers scared me in the first one.
Fuck the clickers. I hate them.
You're just casually walking around and then you didn't use your
And then
like,
you hear them, and
senses,
it's
and
like,
then you
oh
hear 'em
shit.
and then you're like, "Bleh," and I'm like, what the
Lunchtime. Yum. Looks like you're on the plate, Allie.
Damn.
I don't think we played as Ellie at all in the first one, did we? It was just Joel.
Oh, and
Yeah,
in the
no,
DLC
you
you do. The DLC you
No.
do.
Halfway through the game, you do.
Oh yeah, you do too in the winter.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I remember. But it's bullshit that you don't play as Ellie. Like, Sam, what would you say if a video game false advertises something?
It false advertises it.
As in like promises something
Promises
to happen.
something
Like
that-
you look at the trailers and it's like
It's
Isn't
just reality.
illegal though? Because you
It's-
can't.
I didn't think it was like that sounds illegal to me.
Advertising is like you're providing an impression of a product that is not reflective of the true product.
Like
It's
they
like,
skewed the whole game that
Like,
way.
and if they're adding stuff in the trailer that isn't in the gameplay, then you could make a case that like they're false advertising, and that's illegal.
it's like having a trailer that shows like Minecraft and all that, and then when you open up the game, it's just like Call of Duty or something.
It's actually just like a pixel craft from like the iPad days.
Oh,
Hell yeah, mate.
Pixel
mind
block.
flex. Hmm.
Yeah, it's not good.
Boys, I think our time is up if it's not.
Just had a nice little rant about Last of Us
Any
Part
any
2.
last words, anyone?
Like, I don't hate the game, but I don't love it either. It's like it's neutral. I just know that
The
they
first one?
probably could have. No, the second one. I don't hate it. I don't love it. I just feel like they could have done a little bit better with it.
Right.
That's my
Nice.
final opinion.
It's a lost opportunity in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the like they basically replaced all of the studio at Naughty Dog from Uncharted 4 till Uncharted 4 was when majority of them left after that game. Like all the main writers, Amy Hennig left halfway through. You guys wouldn't know who Amy Hennig is, but she created the Uncharted series.
I love them. That was sick.
And she wrote The Last of Us, and then a whole bunch of older blokes helped her with writing The Last of Us, and then Neil
All the
Druck-
blokes.
Yeah, and then Neil Druckmann came in about he was there for Uncharted 4, and then he took over halfway through when Amy Hennig left. But there's like rumors going around that he bullied her out of the company, shit like that, which is kind of sad. But it is what it is. Can't do anything about it. It's not our problem. It just means that we get bad games.
Exactly. And that will probably reflect in the sales of The Last of Us too.
It's still a really good game, like performing wise, like money wise. It's the fastest selling PS4 exclusive ever. Compared to like Spider-Man and God of War and Last of Us original.
BJ's keen for the Spider-Man on the PS5.
Hey, it looks good. Did you see the box art for the new PlayStation?
No.
The box art came out. So the blue PS4 logo at the top of each game case.
Yeah.
It's now white and it says PS5 in black.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know what I'm keen for?
What?
PC 2.
Dude, honestly, same.
Let's go.
Counter-Strike Global Offensive 2.
I'm
Yeah.
actually. Do you know what I'm really curious about?
What?
I'm really curious about what Windows is going to do in the next 20 years. Because Windows 10 is apparently their last
curtains.
operating system update.
Yeah, get some blinds going.
No,
Honestly,
Windex.
I really hope that they make an operating system like Windows 7. Because Windows 7 was peak. Windows 10 has been kind of garbage, not gonna lie.
Windows
why do you
Vista.
say that, Sam?
Because, in terms of the stability of their updates on Windows 10, have always been a bit dodgy. Alright, like, I'll give you a good example. The most recent update has caused major issues with sound and other applications affecting
Oh my
software.
god. My
Um,
sound was not working on my computer properly.
Yeah,
Because of the
and that's
latest
why
update.
you see a lot of an interesting thing would be to see if you guys could check your Windows updates. Some people, like my computer, has the thing where it says the May 2004 update. We will give this to you when it's ready for your computer. Some computers already
Update
have
my
that.
computer.
Like some computers have that, some computers don't.
Oh, you mean the
because
feature
of-
update?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
feature
Yeah,
updates.
my computer, top of the line, doesn't have it.
And mine doesn't either.
It's such a weird way they've done it. Like the way
Because
they
what
roll
they
out
did
their
when they
updates.
first released it back in like May, it was it was really buggy. Like there were a lot of issues with a lot of software, and then they repealed it and they rolled it out. They did some more testing and they rolled it out
Over time.
slowly. Yeah, but if we compare that to Windows 7, Windows 7 was always a solid operating system. In terms of, I felt Windows 7 was more intuitive than Windows 10. And I just felt like Windows 7 was a more solid, stable, and reliable operating system, especially with updates and stuff like that.
What I do not like that Windows have done over the years is that they shut down Internet Explorer services for all, like Windows XP has
Yeah.
no Internet Explorer working. So I had to work on a certain person's like driving simulator a couple of weeks ago, and they haven't used it since 2008. They hadn't updated it since 2008. They bought it brand new in 2008, and they just kept it the exact same the way they had it for the past 12 years. And I was going through it, trying to like fix it because it was having driver issues. And so I went through it, and Windows XP plugged in my Wi-Fi adapter, and nothing was working. So I gave it a quick little research on my phone, and Windows XP is shut down services. So I'm like, that is the stupidest thing in the planet, because Microsoft has that much fucking money on the planet. They could keep services going for hundreds of
Yeah,
years.
it's true.
But
But I
they
guess
decide,
it's just not viable. Like, I understand, like, it'd be convenient, but like, the sheer amount of people that use Windows XP, like, it'd probably be a minuscule proportion of the population.
it's a good point.
It wouldn't be feasible to try and keep it open for like the 10 people that use it. It's probably more than that. Like, I understand that, but like, as a company, it's just not viable.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, no, you have a fair point, because services do have to end eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if at the end of the day, you gotta. I know it sounds bad, but you gotta give some incentive to people, especially from Windows XP. Windows XP is an old operating system.
It's like 1994, isn't it? Something like
It's
that.
old. When did they stop supporting that?
I think it was 2015.
Okay, so to be fair, it's only not been supported for 5 years, but to be honest, there's been so much improvement in the operating system games since Windows XP that like, eventually these services are gonna be more trouble than it's worth. So
I think full Windows 7 support is being dropped, and they're rolling that out like next year. Like they're gonna start, like they've already started dropping support for multiple services on Windows 7, and then it's gonna be completely finished by 2021. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening, which is sad because I'm pretty sure like 40% of users still use Windows 7,
yeah, Windows 7 is a very good operating system.
and then Windows 8 is a complete joke.
Oh, Windows 8. Oh, Windows 8 was an absolute calamity.
And then Windows 10.
Maybe that's why it's so good.
They're not going to update to Windows 11 or anything like that, because 55% of the users use Windows 10 now. So
So what are they gonna? Are they just gonna keep rolling out?
apparently, for the
updates
rest
for
of
Windows 10?
time, they're just going to keep using Windows 10, which doesn't
I
sound
don't-
right to me.
I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest.
But it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why Windows would go for that sort of strategy when they could just release new operating systems. I guess it's just to keep that continuity, but
Yeah, apparently it's to do with like, because so many people use Windows 10 now. They don't. If they went to Windows 11, there would be a lot more stability issues, and they would have restarted a whole new operating system.
yeah,
and
start
people
from
have to-
scratch. Yeah, but
So,
like,
yeah.
lots of people used Windows XP and Windows Vista back in like the early 2000s, and eventually the majority of those people made the switch to Windows 7 when they released Windows 7.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
Windows
the
7
way
was
they're
just fine.
looking at it. It's so stupid.
I think I get what there's like the internet or the computing people who have their own personal computers, like the number has increased so much since that time, so I can understand where they're coming from that perspective, but I don't know. I don't know. It just seems a bit sus.
Yeah. But
Should we get a
We
call
should.
wrap it up, boys?
yeah,
wrap it
I
up?
reckon we wrap it up.
Yeah. I think
Who wants
that's
the outro?
it.
Joel.
Yeah,
Joel, you
need
have
to do
been
it.
Okay.
you have been picked on.
Bye. Don't
Okay,
trust the
that's shit.
government. Always salt your pasta before boiling it or while boiling it.
Wait a minute. I just remembered something.
Zach.
Oh.
This is actually pretty important. Sam, TikTok is getting banned in Australia.
No, that was
Oh,
a
is it
fake
actually?
tweet. That was a
Yeah.
fake tweet. That was a
Joel
fake
doesn't
tweet.
use it anyway.
Fake
No,
tweet.
it's
That was
real.
That was a fake tweet.
You sure
That's
it's real?
fake.
ScoMo talked about it because the
Fake
Chinese
tweet.
government.
Scott Morrison. Check Scott Morrison's Twitter right now.
Why was he actually joking?
Damn, actually got my hopes
He's
up.
like-
oh my god.
You're like,
Check
I got you,
Scott
BJ
Morrison's
Smith.
Twitter right now.
Lanu.
Does it say he is going to get rid of TikTok?
Sam, it was on 7 News, mate.
Yeah, it was a satire post, mate.
on the project.
It was
Because
on it was on the news, mate.
Hey,
TikTok
that,
Newsman.
is
you
getting
know what
banned.
that source is? You know what that source is? That source is a tweet from Scott Morrison's Twitter. Check Scott Morrison's Twitter right now. There is no tweet saying that they're going to ban TikTok. What there is a parody account called Scott Morrison that tweeted that. Scott Morrison has made no mention
Well,
on official channels. He hasn't said anything.
well, Cooper showed me a video of him talking about it, like real
You
him.
trust your brother.
TikTok ban Australia.
TikTok's not.
Sorry, we're holding up everyone's time while we wait for BJ to search. it.
Yeah, look, this podcast has gone on for a while.
Yeah, hour 20. Usually
Alright,
we would
they're
have wrapped
looking
up by
into
now,
it.
but
They
not. we-
might ban it.
Yeah, but they're not banning it right now.
Alright,
I-
that's the end of the podcast.
Alright, see you guys. Take
Thanks
care.
for
Have a
Follow
good
us.
week.
Follow
have
us,
a
you
good
know, all that stuff.
weekend. Have a good rest.
Always
of
wear your seatbelt. Bye.
Alright, see ya.
See ya.